in my house, there is a bad mattress.
Oh,
It's not so good. I paid 3 times over a normal one, the price, more, but it doesn't work.
how did you manage that?
How?
How did you manage to do that?
Oh, because I wanted to sleep well, but it turned out that I sleep worse than before. With a higher price.
Yeah, they conned you basically.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
But I got cheated as usual. Yeah. I'm becoming an expert, man, on this part. Yeah.
Join the rest of us. I think it's safe for everyone.
Yeah. Not like Beethoven or Bach or Mozart.
No, they have a grip on things.
Yeah.
Even beyond the grave.
Absolutely.
We tried to record yesterday, and we had technical issues.
Yeah. Then the police came and took us to jail. Now, after we got released, we can start back. Yeah.
It's wonderful.
This is what happened yesterday. It was completely out of control, so we had to stop. Yeah.
And now we're here.
We are back. Back in line.
We're back in line, and hopefully, if nothing goes wrong,
we can finish. We can finally finish.
Or Donald Trump doesn't blow up the world, we should be able to.
Yeah, we are living in a period of, I discovered in the meantime in jail that there is a new position, very excellent and well paid in this world, which is a COVID manager.
What's a COVID manager?
Unbelievable, man. The sky is the limit after reading this.
What's a COVID manager?
What is people manager? What is a social media manager? What is influencer? We still don't know technically. So in the list there is a new addition, which is a COVID manager. Guys, please apply. Please do the training courses. Pay your money every time as much as you can, and then you will become a COVID manager, guys.
Yeah. What's the salary?
Oh, I told you, man. Sky is the limit. It's unmatchable, the salary. It should be at least 100K per year, at least.
Okay.
At the very least.
That's something.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little more than a social media manager.
That's the future.
Well, till it's not.
Well, welcome to the future. Yeah. Also, the navigator we have in Italy, which is someone delegated by there is a proxy by the government that they need to find you work. But the first year experiment was equal to the 10% of the people they got employed by them.
What does that mean?
It means that the employment rate is shit, man. That's the meaning.
In so many words.
And there are so many people hired for this role, but they are not hiring anyone because there are no jobs. So unbelievable, man. So the government, Italian government, is paying these people basically to not find the work to the people.
Sounds like business as usual in Italy.
Yeah. But very soon, I hope that it will be introduced also in the other countries.
Well,
To waste the money of the spending review, it's perfect. Perfect
yeah, but
strategy. Huh?
yeah, but they're doing it everywhere. I think Italy is obviously, you guys are experts, but
Yeah, the
Italy,
tip of the iceberg. Yeah,
yeah, the top of the
Italy.
pyramid. But England is, I mean, we're getting there. I mean, they're trying.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do an inquiry on the government giving money to their friends for COVID PPE. So
Okay.
the mask, exactly, yeah, because I think that apparently had siphoned money to uh, companies of their preference. So
Oh yeah. Same
exactly.
here, of course. We cannot be behind. Yeah.
But
Say
yeah, I
the
mean, that's the way things are going, and
awesome.
it's pretty awesome. Yeah. I think corruption is a great leveler. I
Yeah.
mean,
They Corona it's increased the level of quality in this kind of situations. Absolutely. In
it
Italy,
is.
they found out that the provisioning of the mask they paid in advance to a hidden company of one employee uh, something like 50 millions euros for masks
Okay.
provisioning. And of course,
15.
when
Wait.
they found out later that the company is not existing, it's
Of course
just
not.
a field in the countryside of Rome.
So
Okay.
it's 50 million for masks.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many masks were
Gone.
they?
Gone.
How many masks were they trying to buy?
No, I don't know. These are some details, but the fact is that the government paid someone without having a proper feedback about the company, because
I think the
the
government
league.
paid. I think the government paid itself.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh,
But those
this is
money
what I'm asking.
are gone. Those money are gone, and it's also from my pocket, as
Yeah,
usual.
taxpayer money, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Somewhere, someone is spending your money on KFC. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Your money is in someone else's pocket now. Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
doing what they want with it, which is the will of the world.
Yeah, correct. But in the UK, I'm curious about one thing. The people working in the public administration, do they have a minimum education, or it's like Italy that they are doing things like this, purchasing a mask from a company that it doesn't exist without making an analysis of the market of the company and so on?
No,
For
we
me,
don't.
this is incredible.
Yeah, we did that as well. Yeah, a couple of times. And I remember
Okay.
we actually did that like earlier on in the pandemic. I think they made deals with certain companies that didn't really exist.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I said that corruption and corona has leveled equality across the world. So there's no developed world or developing world. It's just world.
Yeah.
And we're all shitty people, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, because Tola, when you don't work properly in the private sector, you go
Yeah.
home, right?
Yeah, you get fired. Yeah.
In the public administration, there are many people, million people on sick leave constantly, or don't care about going to work. Make the giving the clocking to do to the colleague, things like this. In the early in the morning. Things like this, and it's
I don't
very,
know.
and
I
during
don't
this
know.
time they are not suffering like the people in the private or with the freelancer, because they have their salary in full.
Maybe in Italy, but or maybe elsewhere, but not in England. Like actually in the UK, public sector workers work like slaves, basically. Like it's ridiculous. They don't get paid well. But you're
No, but
working.
I'm not referring, of course, to the health national
No, no,
system
no, no,
or
no, no,
or.
no, 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 not the health system. Like general public sector workers work very, very hard. The problem is they're
Really?
not. Yeah, the problem is that there's so much work to do, right? And someone has to do it, and it's dirty work as well. But someone has to do it. The problem is that they're not particularly well trained.
Yeah, also motivated because you can do whatever you want and there is a job security 100% as it's a public position.
Exactly.
In Italy, it's like this. People don't care to provide a quality service because they think that they cannot be fired, basically. So they don't care about working properly. This is how the things are going on in Italy.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, except of course from the health national system. This is something is different. It's still public, but there are people who saves lives. So, and the costs are reduced on the health national system, which is crazy. Not on other things that are less relevant than the health of the people.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a general phenomenon. I mean, health workers will work hard and they'll do their jobs, but it's a highly skilled profession. You can't just get in by knowing someone. You have to actually be able to do your job as a doctor or a nurse, right? So I think that makes sense. But I'll say in the UK, public sector workers work hard. They're not particularly well educated, but they do the best they can because the public are also shitty people as well. So just based on my experience, I know that you get all kinds of people calling in, trying to, harass you, they're yelling, they're swearing, all kinds of stuff. So the public isn't particularly great either. So the public sector reflects the society.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I would say that there are basic standards that are being met because the work has to be done, and if you're not doing the work, you get called out. But like you said, in terms of motivation, no, there's no motivation. It's just a job. There's no career development. There's no real motivation to exceed expectations, right? So that's what it is.
For instance, in Italy, when you go to the post office, you got treated like a supplier. They complain about you for something, for whatever, like you are not the client, supplier.
Yeah.
So they are in charge to tell you fuck off or whatever they want.
Yeah.
So this is the huge difference that I see with the private sector.
Well, and that's the point because private sector workers here are, like glorified bombs. I would say that much. Unless you're working in maybe IT, like maybe you're coding, maybe even that. But general like consultants and I don't know, like general social media manager. I mean, that's
people manager. Yeah.
Exactly. Project
COVID.
COVID project manager. I mean, even that. I mean, it's
COVID manager, man.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, come on. In the UK, no, that's you're just being paid to wear a suit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is fine. I mean, life is more than just some 9 to 5, but unfortunately, most people rely on that 9 to 5 for their well-being, like psychological well-being. And if it's not being fulfilled, they're going to the pub to get drunk or running around without a mask. That's what it is.
Yeah,
what it is.
Celebrating the COVID. Yeah.
Celebrating.
COVID. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do. They go out to drink to celebrate the COVID.
Exactly.
The new golden era of the world.
The golden era of pandemics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't be alive to see the next one, but we never know.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. It could
You think
be.
so?
Yeah, maybe in 30 years, when I will be old and I need to find a reason to die, I wish to be
That's
in some new pandemic. But now it's enough
that's
because
bad.
I'm young. I want to live my life.
Yeah, well, I can go either way.
Yeah.
I can go everywhere. I don't mind. I don't mind too much. It's about, like Boyd said, it's about the people you leave behind. Well, personally, it was just me. Like, what we're waiting for.
Oh.
It's not about the death. It's like, you know when you're dead, right? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, who knows? Like, if you're alive and you don't want to die, obviously, no one wants to die. I'm not crazy. But when you're dead, it's like, it doesn't get any better.
Sure.
Like, you're not regretting anything that you haven't done. You're just gone. Right?
Yeah.
So
100% gone. Yeah.
Speaking of death, this poem is called "Dead Musicians," which we read yesterday. I think we liked it. I think we really liked it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Finally. After Shakespeare, which is a masterclass, and a few others, finally we found a new love for this Siegfried Sassoon.
Sassoon. I love his name.
Sassoon.
Yeah.
So soon. Yeah. So soon. Yeah, good one. Cathedrals in my heart. Beethoven. Ardour and the Bright, many positive words in one poem.
But what do you think he's talking about, apart from obviously dead musicians? Like, what is he trying to say about dead musicians? What do you think?
I would say to what is giving the inspiration to him, and the positivity to write and to make an impact on the things he's doing. In this case, poets. Because if I go to my office and I say Beethoven and Mozart, there is no inspiration I can take from them because my job is so shitty that I can. It doesn't work even with Mozart,
Is that true? Or I mean, because you could obviously say that in whatever I do, I want to be the best. Or is your job not inspiring enough to want you to be good at it?
No, it doesn't inspire me enough. Absolutely, I want to do something else.
Like what?
Oh, trading bitcoins. Like this, some betting and living in a boat for the rest of my life. That's.
So you want to be the Mozart of what? Boats living on a boat.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing, man. I want to do nothing.
Yeah, well, you have to do something now, though.
I can have a success on that part. I can be successful on doing nothing. Yeah,
it's easy to do nothing. Yeah. But I'm looking at this poem, which I'm not going to read again because it's quite long. I'll just post it I'll post it in the comment section or the description. I'm just looking through it because in the end, when it says "stop that gramophone," what do you think it's saying? So it's almost like stop the music. So I'll read the second stanza just to get a sense of what we may have forgotten.
Yes, please. We are dying for it. Yes.
Okay, so great news, I cannot find you now. In these loud years of youth that strives through doom towards peace. I like that. Upon my brow I wear a wreath of banished lies. You have no part with lads who fought and laughed and suffered by my side. Your fugues, I know what that is. And symphonies have brought to me memories of my friends who died.
He lost the inspirations.
I read the third one. But when my brain is on that track, in slangy speech, I call him back. With fox-trot tunes that goes like charm. Another little drink won't do us any harm. That's your mantra. I think I think of ragtime, a bit of ragtime, and see their faces crowding round to the sound of the syncopated beat. They've got such jolly things to tell. Home from hell with a blighty wand, so neat. I think it's like a war. There's a lot of war imagery here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what about
some memories recalling.
Yeah, his fellow soldiers, I guess.
Died. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but back in the days, the recipe for success it was speaking about war, because it was a vector to give some emotions to the people, I think, to connect with people and their lives. It was one of the reasons.
That's because there was a lot of war during that period.
Yeah, because it was a common experience. It was a common experience. The world.
Not like now. At least in the West, you don't experience war. You experience war through others in maybe the Middle East or parts of Asia and Africa, but we don't experience war really.
Yeah.
Not for the last 70 years. So yeah, this was a very common experience. I'm not sure what that has to do with Mozart. I'll read the first stanza again. I still was going to read it, but it sounds like we're reading it. So
yeah, we do it reverse. Perfect.
Exactly. Yeah. From you, Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, the substance of my dreams took fire. You built cathedrals in my heart and lit my pinnacle desire. You were the ardour and the bright procession of my thoughts towards prayer. You were the wrath of storm, the light on distant citadel, aflare. So, I mean, I understand. So, it's sort of, I suppose it's talking about Beethoven, Bach, and Mozart and how great they were on some level.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a metaphor for something. But he then goes on to say, great things I can't find you now. So I think something has happened between the first and the second. But he's now saying, great names I can't find you now.
Yeah.
In these loud years of youth that strive. So obviously, as he's gone through the years a little bit, something has happened, like maybe a war.
Yeah, age or war or whatever. Some events of losing people also, yeah.
Yeah. And the last two lines of stanza 2 says that your symphonies have brought no memories of my friends who died. Okay, so that's not good.
Yeah.
So as great as Beethoven, Bach, and Mozart are or were, they don't inspire the joyful memories of his friends who have died.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty consistent, the poem.
Yeah, it seems like it's like a narrative of some sort.
It has a logic, solid logic also. And
it's going to take many reads to actually figure out what he's talking about. But I like it anyway.
Yeah, he's speaking in an abstract way about some topics, and also in a very deep way for others.
Exactly, and some straightforward, and some in a straightforward way about all this.
Yeah, there is a good balance and combination of this kind of elements. I like.
Think what, yeah, I think what I can gather if I look at it is that he's listening to these guys, and the music is incredible. At least to some people, but they're not enough to hear his wants. Basically, that's why he said at the end that stop the gramophone, so stop the music because he's all alone. Yeah, so the music is great, it's powerful, and all that kind of stuff, but just as these great composers are dead, his friends are dead, and so is his joy.
No, maybe also a part of him died as well with his friends.
Yeah. I like these guys. Man. Honestly. Go check
5 stars. 5-star hotel. This guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's also played. He's a Hilton. No, Hilton is a 4. What's a 5-star hotel? This is the Regis. I don't know. I think home is the best hotel.
Yeah.
So this guy was born. You like this? So this guy was born to a wealthy Jewish family in 1886. Yeah. Lived the pastoral life of a long squire. So obviously he was very well off. So he was obviously innocent because he was young, whatever that means. But yes, there was a war that broke out that left him very bitter, apparently. Yeah. Apparently he's a key figure in the study of poetry of the Great War. Yeah. I can see why. He's very good.
Yeah. Sure. Good.
Mr.
Sassoon.
Yeah, he's Jewish. Yeah, obviously.
Sassoon made a good job.
He's brilliant, yeah.
Next time we need to analyze a bullshit poem from him, because I know there is the good and the bad. So.
Oh yeah. Well,
I cannot wait to check some bullshit from him now that I found the good.
Yeah, but his bullshit will probably be, better than most of the crap that they write.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be. Yeah.
Some guys, it's kind of like when you talk about Pink Floyd, you think about Dire Straits, you think about Dylan, Springsteen. You think about there's some guys like that, even if they do bad stuff, like
they are above the average still. Yeah.
Exactly. Even Kanye. I mean, Kanye is doing.
Sure.
Is
flawless in that conversation. Now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. His average stuff is above average for the ordinary musician.
For sure.
Exactly. So
I have to cover my ears when I listen to nowadays music, the majority,
I was thinking about that today, and I was thinking that I feel quite old because now, because when you're young, you're still discovering new music, and you're also in touch with what's going on currently, so you probably have an ear for it. But now, I can't listen to anything new. It's just, I just find it so awful.
Yeah. Combined also for with the fact that we are not willing to discover artists.
Well, that's not true, because if
I'm not trying lately to discover new artists.
I've never really tried to discover contemporary art, and I think if it's good, you hear it and fine, you can't go wrong with it. But like, I listen to what's coming out and it's not good. It's just not good.
That's a fact. Absolutely objective. Yeah.
The rappers aren't great. The pop stars are horrible. Rock stars or
They are just replicating the previous guys' works in a bad way, because they are not inventing anything new, first of all.
No.
And what they are doing is just to replicate in a wrong way and very badly the things that they already exist, basically.
Yeah, and they all sound the same. It's depressing.
Yeah, depressing.
I'm not that old. I mean, whatever. Like, I just turned 30. So I should still be
open to that, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I shut down a few years ago, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
it's just terrible. Yeah. But yeah.
Let's see. Maybe we have to wait another generation and we go back in line. You know.
Exactly, come back to life as reincarnation.
Yeah.
In terms of dead musicians, speaking of music, again, who are your favorite dead musicians? Apart from Mozart. Beethoven and Bach.
Nowadays, you mean? Oh, dead. Oh,
yeah,
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Then Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
Then, of course, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Who's the guy I told yesterday also?
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix. Oh, fuck, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix. Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Good one.
Tupac, Biggie.
I don't. I've never listened to these guys, so I cannot.
Really?
I cannot say that I miss them.
Okay, for me it's Parkin Day as well. In addition to that, who else?
Louis Armstrong was a good one.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And because we are for the parity of genders, I would say.
Well, Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin.
And who's the girl that is on the cover of Daytona?
Oh, Whitney Houston. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whitney Houston, for sure.
I'll say Amy Winehouse as well. I love her voice.
Yeah, the voice was brilliant.
I love the voice. Yeah. She sounds very troubled.
The songs less, more the voice, I would say.
That's some songs that were really good. I agree that it wasn't all consistent, but she was. Yeah. She had potential, you know.
Sure.
Yeah. Who else? Female wise.
No, that's pretty much all for me. Yeah.
I don't know if Dionne Warwick is still alive, which is not. Then she's
Pavarotti, man.
Oh yeah,
Luciano Pavarotti. Hold on a second, Luciano Pavarotti. Come on.
I think Fela is dead. Fela Kuti is dead. Nigerian artist. He's a legend. You need to look him up. Went through some really hard times with the government, but he was Sure. I probably he was a political activist in terms of his music. And he always used to kind of call out the government, the Nigerian government. And at one point, they kind of raided, probably a few times, they raided his house, they burnt all his music, all his masters, rape, there was some rape involved, there was a lot of terrible things that happened to him. But he kept making that music that challenged the status quo in Nigeria. So he's a bit of a legend as well, yeah. Quite a bit of a legend. Yeah. So I need to dig up his music actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Gosh, there's some. I know at that point, like you have to look back into history to kind of figure out who the best artists are, right? It's because right nowadays, like most guys are it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous, you know. So yeah. So this problem is called Dead Musicians. I liked it a lot. It's one of my favorites now.
Yeah. Agree.
Dead Musicians. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is for you, Cleveland. This is for you. This poem is for you, guys. It's for our listeners.
For our listeners. Yeah.
It's dedicated to them. For
all three of them. all three of our listeners. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Yeah. All right, man. Let's end this. I'm gonna go enjoy my weekend.
Yeah. Fine. We turn to from bad to good, because yesterday for the connection it was a disaster.
It was terrible. Yeah.
But now finally I'm proud of these minutes. Yeah.
I am as well. Well done.
Yeah, good. Well done. Yeah. Enjoy the weekend, For me, it's 4 days weekend.
Oh yeah? When you
it's
go back
public holidays.
Oh, okay. Well,
we like to celebrate.
I know. Just like us in Nigeria.
Yeah.
England, not so much.
Not so much. Yeah.
But we're trying to change the atmosphere here. Make it more like Nigeria.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but
yeah, absolutely. Let me know about your start.
Of course, we've been touch.
The colleagues and whatever, it's always the worst part. It's never the job, but the colleagues. Because if the colleague is bad, the job is going to turn into bad as well as a consequence.
I'm good at putting people in that place. So
okay.
I'll do what I need to do.
You did the vaccination.
I'm going to vaccine them now, see if they try to come at me.
Yeah. All right. Bye, man. Take care. Bye.